You hated Baby Jesus' first LP? This isn't the same Baby Jesus you're thinking of.
This is the same Baby Jesus.
There was a Baby Jesus before him.
Not the Lord Baby Jesus.
Yeah, this is.
But old dirty Baby Jesus. It's dirty Baby Jesus.
Didn't he change it to Big Baby Jesus during like his like trial, like one of his trials? Like,
No. This.
Or was it just like one of his other names?
You know, they go through like different alter egos.
Yeah, because he had Dirt McGirt. What else did he have?
I had Dirt McGirt.
He's known by a whole bunch of shit.
It's just like Garth Brooks and what's that guy's name?
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Yeah.
Let's see. Old Dirty Bastard's real name is Russell Tyrone Jones. He was born November 15th, 1968. He died in November 13th, 2004, making him, what was he? He was 33? What was he, 35? 35.
He was 35 at the time of his death. 2 days later, he would have been 36.
Wow. Yeah, he was about to I wanted to say graduate. That's not the word. He was about to have a birthday, man. Pretty sad way to go. He, I'm probably jumping too far ahead, but he died from a combination of cocaine and tramadol. You shouldn't mix anything with tramadol. Just for anyone who's listening, tramadol is like the worst drug to mix with. Like,
what is that shit?
It's a painkiller, dude. They prescribe it because it's supposedly less addictive than traditional opiates, and it's not. It's actually more addictive.
You learn some way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sad.
So,
you know, like it makes people have seizures if they take too much and stuff, dude. It's pretty fun. It's good stuff.
It's pretty fun.
Way better than just doing some opiates.
Right, fuck it. Why not have a seizure? That's how you know you're feeling the shit.
Yeah, dude. They're over-engineering fucking medicine.
So, Russell Tyrone Jones.
Yep. And
from Brooklyn, New York.
And as you can see through this, yeah, from Brooklyn, New York, right? He hails from the same area as the rest of the Wu-Tang Clan.
His cousins are Jizza and RZA.
Jizza and RZA, dude, yeah. They all formed that shit together, dude.
Yeah,
RZA's the businessman, right? The leader, right? Or yeah, it's RZA, right? Who headlines everything? Like, not headlines everything, but like the funny thing is about like the Wu-Tang Clan is like the more you look into it, more than anything, they were trying to be an independent record label. You know what I mean? And they accomplished that pretty well.
Kind of like RZA took it to, you know, he does movies and shit because the Man with the Iron Fist is pretty badass. But yeah, like they made their own whole networking shit, from music to videos, and they had their own style. It's martial arts mixed with rap. Yeah,
dude, they had a completely unique style. Even their name, the Wu-Tang, comes from a kung fu movie. It's about two different martial arts styles and like competition with each other. And like, yeah, you could see the influence, dude. They sample a whole bunch.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang was like a clan.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like it's a deep cut for a name, dude. It's like interesting, you know. They didn't just go with anything. And the Wu-Tang Clan was like fucking everywhere, dude. Like around that time when they were big, like
right,
early 2000s, dude. Like you don't hear so much from them anymore, dude. But like
they're Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, bro.
So yeah, dude. If you want beef, then bring the ruckus.
Were you into Wu-Tang back in the day?
Yeah, dude. My brother played a lot of Wu-Tang, so I just like through osmosis, I heard a lot of it, dude. And I, like, dude, one of my favorite like podcasters like plays Wu-Tang through like all of his breaks and stuff. Like so like I've been exposed to him a lot, and their music's like solid, dude. Like their rap is really good. They're fun to listen to, dude. It's like not the same old stuff.
Nah, it's interesting lyrics.
Oh yeah, dude,
I didn't get into them until maybe a couple years ago, but once I got into them, I was like, man, I should have got into them in high school when I had friends that used to listen to them. I wasn't really into rap at that time, but I always like old dirty bastard shit.
But yeah, Mazzy, you're getting way ahead of us. But yeah, the fucking Wu-Tang Clan had a video game, which is pretty dope.
I think I started calling you Baby Jesus because of Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, I think that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Oh wait, who?
From
Ellie?
Yeah.
Oh wow, Big Baby Jesus.
I'm the baby Jesus. I'm
Yeah,
baby
real
Jesus,
talk.
and that's why you're Chico.
Oh, hey, don't, you know what? Let's not talk about this.
All right, so we got the trifecta, right? Robert Diggs, aka RZA, Gary Rice, aka the Jizza, and Mr. Russell Jones, Old Dirty Bastrd, starting what was the first iteration of Wu-Tang. I think they were known as All In Together now at this point.
Yeah, at the very, very outset. Yeah, all together now, and then they became what? What was it? Force of the Imperial.
Yeah, no,
thank you.
Right, and then they become All In Together now.
Right. But then
I think they were way better as All In Together now, to be honest.
Because then they added to 6 people and they became Wu-Tang after that.
Became trash after that, man.
Hey, man, method comes from this.
I'm just
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, who else is there when they become Wu-Tang? It's like Method Man, Raekwon, who else? Oh, Ghostface Killah.
Respect the deck.
Yeah, it's like,
Ghostface Killah is one
and
of
then
the
like
best.
whenever you would see him in concert, it would look silly, dude. When there'd be like 8 people on stage, like like all doing their
But like, yeah, that's like half the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot more of them. They're in the wings. Let me check if we did that.
Dude, there's so many Wu-Tang Clan members that you don't even know. Like, I forget this one. There's a lot of them, man. There's so many Wu-Tang Clan members.
I like Ghostface Killah,
Yeah.
dude. Like, if only for the reason his name is Ghostface Killah.
All right, I'll give you guys a quick one. It's the RZA, the Jizza, ODB, Method Man, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, Inspector Deck, You God, Master Killer,
You God,
Capadonna,
God.
and I guess the OGs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You God, man.
You God, I don't even know,
So-
dude.
He's a savage.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking piece of shit, apparently.
Oh really? Like Savage is in
Allegedly.
like what? What'd he do?
He made that one song, Go Get That Shit, Bitch. That shit is hard.
Oh yeah.
And then he got burning down the spouse.
Burning Down the Spouse. That's a good track name. I like it.
It's a good one.
Burning Down the Spouse.
All right, so wait, I think we set the stage for ODB, so let's just really quick go on an early life. Yeah, and then they broke out, where they really started to see their success was with the album Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers in 93. And that's when they started really receiving success. I mean, I think that album went platinum, didn't it?
Probably went a little more than that.
I think maybe even though.
Wow.
That's still one of the albums that, if you don't know who Wu-Tang is, that's the
36 Chambers for sure.
Yeah, it's
for
like
sure.
the most perfect. It was complete different view on what fucking hip hop was at that time.
Yeah, it was like a reinvention of hip hop in a lot of ways, and then especially in like the record label sense of hip hop too. What they were doing was like no one else was doing. Like they'd maintain independent status. They'd contract with other labels to keep their label on the music and like maintain a whole bunch of the rights. Like I think it's RZA who said like the Wu-Tang was mostly a financial movement, like with rap. And, like you could tell too because they collab with everyone. They produce for everyone.
Yeah.
Like they get around. Like they were really heavy into that scene, dude. Like with everyone. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you could even say people like Nas, Biggie, Mobb Deep, Jay-Z, kind of like they wouldn't be who they are if it wasn't for Wu-Tang, because you had a lot of like the b-boy rap and shit in the 80s in like the East Coast.
Yeah.
But Wu-Tang was a whole different shit. I mean, because you had the gangster shit from LA. Then you really like the East Coast stuff was a little bit like softer.
Yeah.
Then you started getting these motherfuckers talking about all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're in there.
And it's a whole fucking ensemble, like 7+ motherfuckers on stage. So this is 36 Chambers, 1993. 2 years after that, he does his own solo stuff. And he drops his first solo album, Return to 36 Chambers, the 30 version.
Yeah.
Which is a great fucking album.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then he has a couple hits off there, Brooklyn Zoo, Shimmy Shimmy On. Those are songs like everybody knows.
This shit goes platinum.
Yeah, dude.
Like, this motherfucker went platinum.
Yeah, he was a pretty fucking successful solo artist, dude. And he got around, man. Isn't it like rumored that like on that Ghetto Superstar song, like he just wandered into the fucking studio and laid down like the rap for it? Is that true?
I heard it was absolutely true, man.
That's what I heard.
You never know. You never know with ODB, bro.
Yeah, I know, dude. He's a wild card. Like you never.
He's a definite wild card.
I love his album work too. His album work.
Oh, his album work,
like his artwork.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
What's it like?
For the dirty version of the 36 Chambers, it's like one of those like fake like licenses or like an ID card.
Oh, I have seen that. It's like a food stamp card or something, right? Or like isn't it one of those? And it says "Old Bastrd" on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Oh, also he fucking collaborated with Mariah Carey for the Fantasy remix. That's some other shit too. To think of like Mariah Carey and ODB doing a collab is fucking. I don't know. It's funny to me,
dude. Mariah Carey and ODB. Yeah, full circle with that one.
Yeah, that's true. It was bound to happen.
What was that other chick? Maya and ODB. Khalees and OD. You never know, man.
Oh yeah.
He just goes. He goes good with chicks. Miss Elliott.
Yeah.
He you know.
Yeah,
he also had about 7 kids.
No, dude, it was more. Like
does he have more?
I heard 13 during the time he was on parole, and then in one of his last interviews with MTV, I think he said 15. Like the number kept rising. Like some people just don't like condoms, dude. What can you? They feel weird. What can you say?
Hey, man. Some people are just ODB.
Yeah, dude. You can't tell that guy what to do.
Oh yeah, you playing that album, huh?
Oh, dude, I don't know which one I'm playing. I have a bunch of his solo stuff.
That's his version of Cold Blooded.
Yeah, Cold Blooded. Yeah, off of Nigga Please.
Yeah. The album artwork for that fucking album is just great too.
I haven't seen any of these albums. Should I pull them up?
Pull Nigga Please up.
All right, dude.
That's like one of the best ones, bro. It just if it doesn't make you like have a little chuckle, then you don't love ODB. But yeah, so we get Brooklyn Zoo and Shimmy Shimmy Ya with this one, right? And it was regarded as raw and gritty. Who
really
produced this one?
This is a.
Oh, go ahead.
Is that the artwork, dude? Is that the one you were talking about?
You see
it? Yeah. Some good shit, dude. Dude, fucking ODB is a character, man.
Now, was he mildly retarded?
You know what? I don't think so, actually. Like, I don't know. Some of the rhymes he spits are... I don't know. Some of them are simple, but, like, I feel like he stumbles upon genius too much for it to be an accident. But what I did hear... What I did hear, though, is that he's, like... He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I think that's what, like, started, like, coloring him in his later years. Because, like, he seems like a quicker, smarter guy... Before jail, before all the drugs, and then before parole and all that. Like, he seems like a quicker, smarter dude. So I think maybe it was schizophrenia taking a toll on him. But I've heard conflicting reports about that. Like, I've heard conflicting reports. Some people saying that's a rumor, some people saying it's an absolute truth. Like, so I don't know.
You can never know with a dirty motherfucker like old Dirty Bastrd.
Man, that guy loved his women too, dude.
Oh yeah,
he was like shameless about it. I always respect people like that.
He just doesn't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, dude, he'll just hit on every chick who walks by, dude.
Yeah, that's a legend. That's a Max shit. That's a Max shit right there, man. Yeah.
He was being profiled for the MTV biography. An ODB like this dude made waves on his own, like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was part of the Wu-Tang, but he was something else on the Wu-Tang. He was old Dirty Bastrd. He hung on his own.
Yeah, he was able to really successfully parlay the solo career, dude, which like says something about it. He wasn't dependent on the Wu-Tang. He was his own guy. And his music's pretty good, dude. Like, he makes a lot of really good, solid tracks.
If you really pay attention to some of his lyrics, it's some wild shit in there.
Yeah,
like in what's that song? Give My Money, Got Your Money.
Oh, dude, I love that song.
I was showing Aaron that there's that line when he says something about a dick in his mouth, and he's like, Eddie Murphy taught me that back at the house.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, dude, that's solid. That's funny. Good
Yeah,
shit.
man, that's some genius shit.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the guy's brilliant.
He's a lyricist.
Oh, for sure.
A poet, if you will.
A poet for sure.
It was funny. I watched this VH1 documentary on him about him basically coming out of prison and being on parole. And like he was I don't know. He started to rap. Like basically, he went right back to work recording because like what else is he gonna do? He's under house arrest. They're following up on curfew. They're giving him like drug tests, so he doesn't have anything to do but work. So he really throws himself into the work. And like they give him a beat, and then like they basically give him homework to start writing a flow for it. And he's getting really frustrated, right? Because he's not coming out with the flow as fast as he usually does. Because he's been in jail, he's gotten rusty, and I guess wasn't practicing out there. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my mind. I just can't do it. I can't make up these rhymes. But he's rhyming. Like he made something that actually made it verbatim into the track, and it's really good. I forgot what track it was for, but like it was like perfect, dude. He just wasn't coming up with it as fast as he could. Like, you know, some of these rappers just come out stream of consciousness, you know. But like it's like, oh, you're writing at 50% capacity. Oh, so sad for you. Like, dude, no one can write the way you do though. Like, you should be fucking like he was still gifted. Like, even at operating at like half capacity.
So he just wasn't happy about how fast he was kicking out the tune.
Yeah,
it took him a while to
up to a standard.
Sorry, go.
No, I was just gonna say he wasn't up to a standard.
Because I mean, '95 was the release of the Dirty version, and it took him 4 years to release "Nigga Please," his second studio album.
So that's a pretty big gap, right?
Yeah, and then
I imagine during all that time he's in all kinds of trouble, right? Like, I just imagine.
Yeah, he goes to jail.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he on fucking MTV thing. He was like filmed going with in a limousine with his kids.
Dude, but you
to cash 307.
That was some gangster shit.
Yeah, that shit.
He pulled up with the food stamps, bro. He went and got food stamps. Come on, that's classic. That's classic MTV footage right there.
Oh yeah, ODB. That's like fucking Method and Red in the Cribs episode.
Yeah, no lie. Well, that's Redman for sure.
Oh, do they do the same shit? Do they collect welfare checks?
Nah, Redman just had like a straight up house. Like his little spot was just a shitty little apartment in the hood.
Yep.
You gotta look up that episode.
It was
like Redman.
One of the most real fucking MTV
in New Jersey. He had like a shitty little house in the hood. Mm-hmm. He had like money on top of the fridge in a shoebox, cereal and shit, clothes all over the floor, cousins sleeping on the floor type shit.
So
real shit, man.
I wonder where all that cash was going, man, dude. Like you know,
hey,
a lot
man.
of people throw it right into the house when they get rich. But I don't know. Maybe it's because he's just a fucking shrewd. Like it seems like a lot of people in that band were like shrewd businessmen. That's the impression I got.
Yeah.
Was Red part of Wu-Tang?
Loosely.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He just collaborated with them, right?
He did a lot of collabing with Method.
He was like a friend.
He's like an honorary. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like an honorary Wu-Tang member.
Right. So then in '97, he goes back with he collabs again with the Wu-Tang, and that's on their successful second album, Wu-Tang Forever. And he's on tracks like he had his solo track Dog Shit, a couple of verses in Maria and Reunited, and a hook as high as Wu-Tang gets. So he was back to at least work in '97. This is 2 years after his first album, and then in '98. Pretty much saved his little girl from an accident. He helped him and a couple other people lifted off this Mustang, you know, saving this dude's little girl.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
So,
now,
because like,
so he's not so crazy, you know. Like,
yeah, they always paint him as a self-interested guy, dude. As this like, fuck you, got mine kind of dude. But it seems like when it counts, dude, like he's fucking. I mean, dude, he was the first one to spot the accident, and he was the one to coordinate a whole bunch of people to like lift the car up so his girl could be saved. Like. That's some heroic shit, dude.
And then he used a false name a couple times, like to go visit her in the hospital, check up on her.
Yeah, that's right. He actually like
followed up
with her.
Yeah, to see if she was good and everything, you know. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, until the media.
And he dropped that fire.
Yeah, until the media fucking ruined that shit. Yeah, because he was going over there under like a false name to like not be spotted. You know? Yeah. The next night, it's the 1998 Grammy Awards.
Right.
And he was pretty confident he was gonna probably win Song of the Year or something. So while Sean Calvin is on stage giving her little speech, he rushes up there and announced that he had recently purchased expensive clothes, anticipating winning a Grammy for Best Rap Album. But he lost to Puff Daddy, which is a real damn shame because Puff Daddy sucks.
Yeah,
Puff Daddy.
They probably deserve it.
Puff Daddy's a rapper?
He's not a fucking rapper, but, you know, he's a rapper.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, ODB takes the stage to a round of applause, and he asks the audience, you know, to calm down. The music and everything, it's nice. Well, this is his quote. Please calm down. The music and everything. It's nice that I went and bought me an outfit today that costed a lot of money. Today, he is it again. You know what I mean? Because I figured that Wu-Tang was going to win. I don't know how you all see it. When it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach children. You know what I mean? Puppy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best, okay? I want y'all to know that this is ODB, and I love you all. Peace. Yeah, so...
An acceptance speech without even accepting anything. He accepted respect that day.
Yeah. So this thing that happened at, what is it? It's the Grammys, right? Yeah, it's the Grammys. So, dude, I swear to God, I didn't know that. It's just one more way I'm learning that Kanye West is unoriginal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What kind of shit is that? And I remember when ODB did that shit too.
Dude, I didn't even know about this because this is my first learning of it.
I watched it that night with my family.
You think it would have been as big of a deal as the Kanye thing? The Kanye thing was reported for like a whole 24-hour news cycle. I didn't hear about this.
I mean, well, ODB did this shit back in the day where everybody wasn't a fucking snowflake. You know what I'm saying? And then
it was a different time.
It was Puff Daddy. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? They're like two black folks fighting over an award. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's because no one stole an award or like an envelope or a microphone out of the hand of a little white girl.
Then we get to 99 when he drops his second album, Nigga Please, Between Jail Sentences. Also, yes, he's let's go with his in 93, he's convicted of second-degree assault for an attempted robbery. And in 94, he was shot in the abdomen following an argument with another rapper. 97, he's arrested for failure to pay child support of 3 of his children. 98, he pled guilty to attempted assault on his wife which was a victim of a home invasion and robbery at his girlfriend's house.
Damn.
Shot in the back and arm, but the wounds were superficial. In 98, only days after being shot in a push-in robbery at his girlfriend's house in Brooklyn, he was arrested for shoplifting a pair of $50 shoes from a sneaker store in Virginia Beach, although he was carrying close to $500 in cash at the time.
Damn.
Only ODB would steal something of $50 with $500 in his pocket.
Hey man, I've been in that situation. Okay, you looking at these pants at Walmart and you're like, look, I got the money, but I ain't paying for these pants. I'm gonna slip these bitches on and walk out, and you do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially dude, Walmart clothes? Come on, dude. They don't deserve money for
Come on. They don't deserve money.
Look, they came from China and they cost 10 cents.
10 fucking cents. You think I'm gonna pay $12 for these comfortable ass pants? Ha! Fuck off, Walmart.
The stories of
ODB had stole $50 worth of shoes.
And then what happened after that? Is that when he got sent to rehab? He got sent to rehab at some point.
Well, no. So he gets issued a bench warrant for this, and of course he doesn't. he fails to appear to court because it's ODB.
Total ODB maneuver.
Yeah. So then he's arrested in I think in LA a few weeks later, right here in Cali, and rearrested for charges after that during a traffic stop. He was arrested for attempted murder and criminal weapons possessions. and it was later dismissed.
When did this
So
happen?
we get to
What era is that? Well, like, I'm trying to find it in my notes.
So right there, that's 1998.
Oh, no wonder I was there.
98.
Yeah, man.
We're talking about the legal shit, huh?
Right. So then, because I wanted to fill in the gaps because we went from the 98 Grammys to 99 his studio album, but that's between jail sentences, so I wanted to kind of give that.
So we're at the the driving without a license thing, right?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Before that.
There's just a bunch of shit, bro.
If you listen to his antics, they're just funny as fuck for a rapper. for a paid rapper.
January 14th of 99, Amadou Diallo was killed by two officers right there in... two officers from Street Crimes Unit fired 8 shots at ODB. Yeah. So... this guy is killed by the cops, but before so the cops were on one like to kill somebody pretty much. They shot 8 shots at ODB.
Damn.
And the kids came up firing it at them before he was stopping his car. He was cleared by a grand jury, and it's just that the officers had been scared by his cell phone. But no weapons or shell cases were found and shit. So I mean, fucking dirty ass cops, man, fucking pigs.
A guy pulls out his cell phone and it's like he's armed. He's armed.
He's got a gun. You remember how was that? Is it Casino that ends one of the mob bosses? He's pulling out his sandwich.
Oh yeah, he got a sandwich in his hand.
Light him up.
That's all it takes sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
His hero sandwich got him smirked.
So it kind of goes with they killed this cat Amadou Diallo. So
Amadou,
do me.
yeah. Oh, we are gonna do you.
Whoa. We have different things.
No, you guys are down. Stop it. You're down. We already talked about this off podcast.
So
yeah, guys, that's for later.
With the driving without a license, and being a convicted felon wearing a bulletproof vest. So he's arrested for this in February.
Damn, what the fuck? If you're a felon, you can't wear a bulletproof vest?
Yeah, it was at that time. It was illegal for felons to own any type of body armor.
Which is stupid. Crazy. I don't even think that's fair. I don't think that's fair whatsoever.
I think anybody should be able to wear body armor.
Yeah, really. That's your right.
Right.
Felon
exactly.
or no.
Yeah, like shit.
Oh, listen to us getting all liberal, crying like some bitches. Oh, everybody should be able to. Come on.
Yeah, those are some liberal.
Yeah, you're right, but he's a felon. Fuck him.
But you know what I think it might be is it's like if you allow them to wear bulletproof vests, it's like you're encouraging them to do crimes where guns are involved. Like maybe, but if you're a felon, you might be involved in some shit where someone might come kill you for something you did years ago, and you should be allowed to wear goddamn bulletproof vests.
They might be onto something though, because cops wear bulletproof vests all the time, and people always shoot at cops.
It's true. It's something on there.
Something.
Yeah.
Something to it.
Well, so this is 1999, February of 99, and then so we got January of 99. He gets shot up by the cops. Everything is dropped because he didn't have a gun or anything. And then February we got the driving without a license, being a felon, wearing bulletproof vest. And then a few weeks after that, he's arrested for drug possession of a little thing called crack cocaine.
Oh no!
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
No.
Hey, man, you done crack?
Well,
I didn't think ODB was fucking around with the rocks,
really?
man. I didn't.
All this shit.
Swear to God, I thought it was just. I thought he was just a wacky fellow.
Not there, low key, I didn't too, because I didn't see drugs before any of this stuff.
Well, dude, even when he's sober, dude, he's a fucking character. Can you imagine how he's on drugs?
The cocaine didn't even really matter.
You know what I like about ODB is that's a fun guy to party with, dude. That's like a fun guy to hang out with.
Man. Come on, man.
Hell yeah.
Like 100%, you're gonna have a good time.
Well, he's arrested with some bud and 20 vials of crack.
Dude, it's just a little bud.
He's like that generation's Rick James when Rick James was still alive,
He was in trouble for a lot of bullshit.
It's crazy as fuck if you think him and Rick James didn't party at least twice.
Man. so much cocaine, so much crack at that party.
Man.
Okay, so this is 99, and then between all these shits, that's when he releases Nigga Please, which is also a badass fucking album, man. From start to finish, that album.
I'm gonna go back
shit.
to there, Nigga Please. Where was 1999? You said, right?
For fans watching, for people watching, I recognize that they saying nigga please. Don't worry. They're just really, really light Latinos.
We had you on the
really
show so we could say it, that we cleared it in advance.
I know. I hear another one. I'm leaving. I hear another N-bomb. I'm out this bitch.
You're a rap correspondent.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Still waiting for that check too.
It's a mess.
It didn't parallel with his debut, but it was still a really good album. It's got the song fucking "Got Your Money," which is fucking just a great song.
Oh, I love that song, dude.
Which is also produced by the Neptunes, and it has Khalees on it.
Word, the Neptunes did it?
Sexy ass.
Khalees, man, her milkshake definitely brings me to the yard.
I bet it does. Is that the same Khalees?
There's only one Khalees.
I thought Caprice. So, same year, paid $30,000 to appear on ICP's album, The Amazing
That's some
Jekyll
shit.
Park.
I never heard about that. That they apparently commissioned him to do some shit for them.
Man, you think about it, how could he not?
But $30,000?
I couldn't turn it down whether or not I was in. He had to do
No, I'm saying, like, how could he not? Like, he's ODB, right?
Yeah.
You would expect him to do some shit with ICP.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, that, you could tell they have similar, like, values, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Like, dude, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, like, they're compatible, dude. Yeah, no, for sure. But, like, I just never knew that's random. That's some random shit.
He recorded he completed his recording in 2 days, and it consisted of him just talking about bitches. So they re-recorded the track, re-edited all his vocals, and they formed 4 rhymes out of the ramblings, titling the song "Bitches."
That's a good time.
So in that's like at the end of 1999. So in October of 2000, he escapes from his court-mandated drug treatment facility. That's that thing where you were getting at earlier.
Yeah.
The rehab spot, and spent a month as a fugitive. Yeah. And during this time, he spent some time with RZA and in the recording studio, and then appeared on stage at the Hammerstein Ballroom, drinking a bottle at the record release party for the third Wu-Tang Clan album. Still a fugitive, he's arrested outside of South Philly McDonald's.
Yeah.
After while signing autographs.
How
dude?
How about that? You signing autographs and it blows your cover as a fugitive.
Yeah, dude. Well, but it's crazy to me because it's like I just wonder how that cop made the connection, then ran a bench warrant against ODB, then, or if they were like tracking him and looking for him, or like how that story went. Like,
it's definitely some cop like, who does this nigger think he is?
Right.
What is your name again? I'm gonna see if you got anything on you.
Yeah, dude, typical fucking.
Lo and behold.
Let's just run your record really quick. Like, here we go.
Man.
But it's crazy. Look, he goes in and out of jail, like, on a monthly basis, but gets out. Right? He gets out because all the shit we've talked about has been in the span of 3 years. He's been in and out of jail for all kind of shit.
Yeah. I tell you, I remember this vividly growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Coming out of jail. I remember this.
It was like every few years, it'd be like, "What's he doing now?" It was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's extradited from Philly to Manhattan, and he's sentenced to 2 to 4 years incarceration. This is in October of 2000.
It got to a point that, as a kid, even when he died, I was relieved. Like, oh, at least I know where he is now.
So, in 2001, he's again in jail for crack possession, and Elektra Records made the decision to release a greatest hits album. But there's only 2 fucking albums in his catalog And I guess this was just to end their contract with him. I guess they had a three album contract with him.
And wait, and this was with with Wu-Tang or Rockefeller?
This is Elektra Records.
Oh, Elektra Records.
Is that a thing? Like, do they do that a lot?
What?
Like, say you got to deal with a record company for 3 fucking albums and you only make 2, and then like you're like, yeah, I'm lazy. I want to put out the greatest hits. Can you do that?
They did it. And then Elektra Records terminates the contract. Right, it's done. Then the label D3 Records released the album The Trials and Tribulations of Russell Jones in 2002, composed of tracks without any of his input. So they just grabbed his shit, released it without him like having anything to do.
Oh, wow.
That's fucked up.
When did that happen?
That sounds illegal.
This is 2001.
Oh shit, dude! Is it wait? So then that's while he's in jail?
This is I think so, because this is Elektra Records finally gets to get him out of contract with that third album. I'm guessing that greatest hits one, and then D3 Records. Maybe they picked up the rights to his shit, and that's when they released The Trials and Tribulations of Russell Jones.
Yeah, dude, that's interesting. I mean, but that's kind of how it is in the rap game, right? Like, if you have a whole bunch of someone's work and they're not around, just publish it. Like, they did it to him when he died, too.
You know, like these little faggoty cats like Teriyaki 6ix9ine and shit. You know, they think the whole controversy shit is it's a lucrative business, and it kind of is, but like, you a punk ass bitch, you know, like, you're not a real motherfucker. This guy,
yeah,
ODB had issues.
You know, ODB was like a lot tougher than Tekashi 6ix9ine ever would have been. Got where he was by being charismatic instead of being controversial. Like, he was a controversial figure, but at the end of the day, he was like
he got controversial on accident.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of ODB's antics were just him not knowing he could get caught up for what he was doing.
Yeah, it's just being a product of the time he grew up in too, because he's from the '60s.
It's true.
He's growing up in the '70s and the '80s, and it's like,
and ain't cops for no help.
Yeah, this is Brooklyn. Yeah, right. But we all know that New York and Jersey cops are fucking racist as fuck. So
he was also partly his own worst enemy, though, because some things like not showing up for court, running from rehab, some of these things he did, if he could have just chilled, he would have saved himself like years of headache, dude. So like
erroneous on all accounts.
You don't agree? I don't know, man.
I don't agree to none of this.
Okay, and you got some Rockefeller Records, and that happens in 2003. So he's released from prison, because remember, he did go to jail for 2 to 3. He was sentenced for 2 to 3 for the South Philly shit. And so when he gets out, I think this is the crack actually. He goes in for like a year or two. Yeah. And then he gets released from prison, and he signs a contract with Rockefeller Records, which is by Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's Jay-Z now.
So is that a symbolic turning his back on the Wu-Tang Clan? Because I know they had like contract disputes after he got out of jail. And then also I know that he blamed them for not showing up during prison to visit him, which I think is somewhat disputed because Method Man says he showed us up, and I don't know if like RZA and GZA showed up, but I imagine they showed up at least once. But maybe, you know, when you're in jail, it feels like no one's showing up to visit you, I'm sure, because you're stuck in a fucking cage. So like, I don't know how true it is. Like, it feels like a he said she said thing, but there seemed like to be like bad blood after he got out of jail.
Those unloyal motherfuckers didn't even try to see him in prison.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I hear, but that's what I hear from ODB. But then someone from the label says that Method Man went to visit him. So like, people came to visit him.
Oh, that's cool.
He was also, you said, diagnosed with schizophrenia, right? So
yeah.
He's kind of losing his shit at this point, I'm guessing. And plus, the crack doesn't help, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, you know, some people smoking too much weed kind of fucks with their they might be like borderline schizo, like heavy drugs, and I think crack is one of those that really fucks with whatever.
Yeah, that fucks up a life.
Man, crack fucks with you if you were just a regular Joe Schmo ass nigga, man. You add a twitch of goddamn craziness in there.
Crack? for the trooper?
A spoonful of crack rocks makes the medicine go down.
So he signs the contract with Rockefeller, and he's under house arrest, court order probation, and he had a VH1 special, Inside Out, Old Dirty Bastard on parole. And this is Old Dirty Bastard on parole, VH1 special, right?
Oh yeah, I watched that. It was pretty good. It was pretty enlightening about him and his the shit he was going through
during all this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And he also he got to record a new album.
And
that was supposed to be Dane Dash Music Group. No. I don't think it has a name, to be honest with you.
Oh, maybe it didn't get finished? Because this is near his death.
Yeah. I think it just got shelved. It was to be released through Damon Dash Music Group in 2004. But it was shelved indefinitely in 2004, 1 month before his death.
Wow.
He's got his last collab with John B on the track Every Time.
So, John B? Nice.
Who's John B?
He is at I think he's Puerto Rican or some shit. He was Latino, but he was a singer, man. Black women love John B. Yeah, he's got that one pop. He's got a couple songs. Y'all know him, man. Y'all would know him if I told you. Right
Yeah, he's one of those.
Oh, come on. John B was a good guy.
So he does his VH1 special. He records a new album. It's supposed to be released. It gets shelved indefinitely, and we're getting to that part of every episode, which is the reason why we do these episodes.
So yeah, the death of the man who, as we said earlier, he died of a drug overdose, cocaine and tramadol. Don't mix.
Look, man, I gotta be honest. I've never done tramadol, but if ODB was on it, you know it was good. Cool.
You know what, kids? Go out there, try some tramadol, try some cocaine. You know what? Find out the level that works for you. Come back and tell us. You know what?
Yeah, kids, how about not? How about don't listen to Robert right now?
Look, Wu-Tang is for the kids, guys.
We take no responsibility for any deaths out of this.
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang is for the kids to a certain extent.
Cocaine and tramadol. Good on it.
Look,
guys.
Man, I do it.
You know what? Sometimes you got to do a little test.
So this is where we get to where, it was in 2003. He's diagnosed with schizophrenia, right? That's what you were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always whether his erratic behavior was a result of the drugs or genuine mental instability.
Yeah,
but either or. He dies November 13th of 2004, 2 days before his 36th birthday. I think he was just celebrating his birthday a couple of days earlier.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, he's going hard,
right
man.
About that, yeah.
He's probably having a birthday week, started out on a Monday, fucking going hard.
And he died he collapsed at RZA's recording studio. Yeah.
Wow, that's very sad. But you know what? Another guy who's working himself into the grave, dude, died in the studio. And overdosed. Not cancer this time, but overdose.
It's another one for the tally.
Yeah. Another overdose.
Drugs. Yeah, overdose or natural death.
Is there a recording of him dying? Probably not. Unless...
That's fucked up.
Baby.
So, wait, a question I had about this is, how close was this to his parole? Because they were pretty strict on him on his parole, and it was only, a year earlier. Was he already,
You think ODB gives a fuck about parole?
I know, that's exactly it.
Got so many kids, man. He probably take regular, take his kids' piss to the goddamn parole.
Dude, and also, parole, at the parole office, they go into the fucking stall with you, and they stand right behind you, dude. It's the worst.
But that's the ODB. And I'll bet anything he had a dope-ass black parole officer, probably an older...
I'm sure he had people looking out for him, dude. Or he could slip a little money to an underpaid government employee. to make things.
I know a dude who's out on bail right now. His parole officer was like, "Look, man, just check in with me. I'm not gonna drug test you or anything." Yeah. That's bullshit, man.
Well, you know what? You can never underestimate.
This dude needs to be drug tested.
Is he white?
He's black.
Oh.
But dude, you can never underestimate the laziness of government workers. You know what I mean? And also the corruptness. I think every single one of them will take a bribe because they're underpaid. So you know, you can make it work with the government.
But so his official cause of death is a drug overdose, and as you mentioned, it was a lethal mixture of cocaine and tramadol, and it was ruled an accidental overdose.
He should have just drank some milk, man.
That's all he needed.
Yeah, that'll take it right away, dude. I've noticed.
I do want to read something that the RZA wrote in his book, The Tao of Wu. That was kind of like a little segment that mourning his cousin, and it reads, "Trust me, the man who became ODB, Asan Unique, my cousin. He was a scientist and a minor prophet. People may know this from the outrageous character he played, but ODB was a visionary. But he decayed, he lost that vision. From the time they put him in jail, to all the drugs he was doing, to all the streets he went through with his family, it took away his ability to see. And this night, he sat there and looked at me in the eye and said, 'RZA, I don't understand. Now I know that right there, right when he said that, we lost him. 8 hours later, ODB was gone.'" It's fucking crazy. Kind of gives you chills a little bit.
Yeah,
Damn.
Sure. Yeah, and it's like the fall of a great for sure, because like from a lot of what I was reading, man, like when they were first forming out, he was one of the driving forces of the group, and like a driving force of like strategy and them getting big. You know, they all worked pretty equally on it, and he had like a lot of like amazing ideas, and was one of the driving reasons they got big. And then he kind of fell from grace to the point where, you know, I don't know, he's producing less and less, falling more and more off the rails. Like it's pretty sad. But he had talent, man.
Yeah,
he had talent
it
through the
is.
whole thing. Like he like even if maybe his vision started to fade, like RZA is saying, like his artistic skill, I don't think ever really left him. He was great throughout. Up till the end.
He just got lost in whatever it was that was taking over that artistic skill.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he was one of them brothers. I forget what you call them. It's like one of the 5 points or something like that. But they're like an offshoot of, like a mixture of, what do you call it? Like Islamic, you know what I mean? Like Islam and
the Muslim Brotherhood?
Black Panthers.
Yeah,
something like that. But they call it like something 5 or 5 something. Like I forget.
Uh-huh.
But he was one of them cats, and they like hella strict, you know.
Wow.
From what I believe, they like hella strict. So to see him come from that in the early days and to go down the path of drugs and shit like that, I'm pretty sure it was hard to watch, you know, his cousin just deteriorate, shit like that.
So as we finish up most of our honorary guests, we give them their title, and I kind of have one for ODB.
I gotta hear this.
The Jester of Rap.
Jester of Rap?
Like I'm trying to think if anyone else is a better jester of rap. Kanye might be a good fit.
Yeah, Kanye's something else. He ain't a jester of rap.
Nobody's. He's definitely the jester of rap right now, bro.
But he's got some kind of like irony behind him, dude. That just like I can't explain it. Like some kind of satire almost.
Until Trump gets tired of him.
I like it. The Jester of Rap for ODB.
Yeah, that's good. I think there wouldn't be anyone else who could fulfill that title but him.
You put some little bells on his hair?
Yeah, he's already halfway there. You're right. He's got hair going in all directions.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention some things. I wanted to mention that we're on Spotify now. I don't have a link in here, and I don't have the thing here, but it happened late into the process. But we're on Spotify. This week's Death and Music under the podcast section. You should find our first 10 episodes there. The 11th will be up tomorrow, and 12th and 13th the day after that. Oh, and 14th.
Dirty Bastard did a lot of charity work, you guys. He did a whole lot of charity work in the hood, man.
Didn't he just like go around handing out money to people all the time? You want to like comment for him? Didn't he like not even hold on to a lot of money? Yeah, I guess it's like fucking the Wu-Tang Clan is like that, dude. They're like very humble, dude. Like they're not. they're not like flaunting it all the time, right? They're not like
That's
flexing.
one part of that whole 5%er philosophy, man.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Were they all 5%?
A lot of cats from New York gravitated to that. It was like, you know, it's like getting to know yourself as a black man out here in the society.
It's kind of like what the Black Panthers were supposed to be in the beginning, what they were in the beginning.
Yeah,
Kind of like
something like that. I mean, the black, it has a lot like, yeah, exactly. I think it's like a perfect mixture of like Islam and the Black Panthers.
Okay. I want to thank everybody again for another great fucking episode. Mazzy, Lizzie, thank you guys for everything. Shout out to Sarah Marin. Follow us on everything from Twitter to Instagram, Facebook, and watch us live on Facebook, Twitch, and
Spotify.
And Spotify now.
Yeah, Spotify. Don't forget about fucking Spotify.
Yeah, and as always, go through our website sstsunami.com, and we'll keep you updated. But you know, periodically check it out and see what's on there that's new.
Yeah, I'm always putting random.
Follow me
up.
on Instagram.
Yeah, plug your shit, bro.
Follow me on Instagram, Swifty Xander. That's Xander with an X, not a Z, baby. Swifty_Xander.
I should just throw that. Oh, dude, you know what? I don't have Ellie's shit in here either. I should have your contact info, dude. We'll add it all in the next one. Or you know, I'll add it on the edits. Great idea.
Yo, Mr. Marin.
Yes.
And all
Mr. Aaron.
the Sweet's Death music fans, thank y'all for having me again, man. I love this show. I love coming on. You know me.
Yeah, we love doing it, and hope people watching it enjoy it.
All right, then, Bobby Diesel, man. Thanks again, brother.
Yeah, it was good to have both of you. I can't wait to do another show. Talk to you guys soon.
See you. All right, brother. Everybody else, good night.